Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan, and welcome to Marion, Kansas, where tonight the Marion Warriors 1-0 on the new season will host the Inman Teutons in a second Heart of America League game. This is Mike Powers here with Jeremiah Lange and Casey Case for the Central National Bank pregame show. And Casey, we've got you down on the field. You were shaking your booty just a moment ago. You have anything you want to contribute other than that?
It doesn't shake like it used to, I guarantee you that. I just had a conversation with the officiating crew. They are going to be much improved over last week. Looks like a good group of guys. Not the last weeks were bad. We better leave that one alone. Anyway, home opener, Marion Warrior Stadium never gets old. It's a great night for football. Might be a little too warm if you're a player. About 80 degrees, south wind about 15 miles an hour, but the field's in great shape. Our digs here rivals anybody in our league, maybe any 3A venue in the state, and I'm just excited to have a fun home opener tonight. I really don't know a lot about the Inman Teutons. I didn't study my scouting report like I should have, but I'm confident the Warriors are going to come out, put a lot of points on the board. It appears we will be without Tyler Palak again. I talked to Todd Gordon, and we really don't know when to expect him back. Maybe not for a couple more weeks, but like some wise old Warrior told me this week, he said, the first 6 games really don't mean anything. It's the last 3 games that matter, so we'd rather have him for the last 3 than the first 6, but he's a great talent. We'd like to see him on the field as soon as possible.
And this year, Jeremiah, it does work out that the first 6 games are all league games, and the last 3 are strictly district games. Sometimes in the past, we've had those kind of mixed up in there just a little bit. It'd be nice to win the league and then win the district and go on into the playoffs. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd make for a wonderful season.
Speaking about Inman, I did check in the preseason coaches poll of the Heart of America coaches. Inman was picked to finish last. Marion, by the way, was picked to finish first. They went 3-6 last year, but they took some solace in the fact that in their final 5 games they went 3-2, so they felt like they were building a little momentum. They have 7 returning starters, but otherwise pretty young team. I expect Marion, based on the scouting report, the inferences from coach, I think we're going to look focused on running the ball. Must be some feeling we can run right on them. And they do have a quarterback, Peyton Fraze, who's a 6-foot, 175-pound junior who can throw the ball, scrambles pretty well. But Casey, we'll get back to Casey in a minute. Maybe we'll start with you, Jeremiah. I'll let you say whatever you want, but we also need your game prediction, your score prediction.
But that quarterback you mentioned for Inman he's part of the reason they won those games at the end of the season. He came on in the second half of the season and helped lead them to some victories. It does look like they have a balanced attack. Inman does, that they're going to see a fair amount of run and pass from them. But I don't think it's anything that the Warriors won't be able to handle. I look for the Warriors to win this game. We're going to say 46-6.
Casey, do you want to weigh in on that?
Sticking with my prediction from last week, even though I can't remember what it was. 42-12.
Okay, well, I already wrote mine down. Jeremiah can come verify if needed, but I had put 42-14. So
all right.
I'm thinking they'll get 2 touchdowns and 1 2-point conversion on there. Well, as we wrap up the Central National Bank pregame show, I want to mention that our broadcast area sponsor, and always at home the broadcast area is a lot nicer than on the road, is Lange Pharmacy. Throughout the game, our timeout sponsor will be Tampa State Bank, and our touchdown sponsor will be Case & Son Insurance. And when we start the first quarter in just a minute, those first quarter sponsors will be Eagle Communications, Prairieland Partners, and Marion National Bank. Stay tuned at the end of each quarter. Casey Case will have game insights and thoughts that only Casey can have. And by the way, he mentioned he didn't study his scouting report very well. Here's the reason for that. Casey had a birthday this week. I believe it was on Wednesday. And Casey, is it right? You're the big 6-0, is that right?
No, that'd be more in your generation. 56, if you want to know. I passed the double nickels. I am now officially 56 years old.
I think that technically you can now get Social Security, but Well,
I didn't know that. We'll have to talk more about that later.
Hold off.
all right, folks, we'll be back with tonight's opening kickoff. The Marion Warriors versus the Inman Teutons. Stick around. We'll see you in a blink of an eye.
We are committed to delivering the most reliable service and original, creative programming and better quality choices.
To not just meet but exceed your expectations so you can choose your own entertainment when, where, and how you want it, anywhere and anytime.
With individual plans that allow you to pick your services and have access to customer service 7 days a week.
Because you deserve the best value in entertainment, and it's our job to deliver it. No exceptions, no excuses.
We are Eagle Communications.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Prairie Land Partners, the largest John Deere dealership in South Central Kansas, specializing in large ag, turf, and integrated solutions products. Prairie Land is always close by with 9 locations and more than 250 employees. Prairie Land Partners, partnering together with you to nurture the land. Right here at home, Marion National Bank supports the Marion community and the area. Committed to serving the financial needs of our community since 1905, Marion National Bank offers full-service banking, including agricultural, commercial, consumer, real estate, and loans for any worthwhile purpose. Meeting all of your banking expectations, Marion National Bank, your neighborhood bank. Lange Pharmacy brings something old and something new to MCTV sponsorship. Longtime sponsor Marion Health Mart is now Lange Pharmacy, a full-line pharmacy accepting almost all major insurance plans. Newly remodeled and offering everything from flu shots to medical equipment, Hallmark cards, gifts, toys, and expert advice on all your pharmaceutical needs. Lange Pharmacy supports the Warriors and Wildcats of USD 408.
We are back and ready for the first quarter of tonight's ball game. Inman will be kicking off to the Warriors. Jeremiah, why don't you run through those first quarter sponsors one more time?
Mike, those first quarter sponsors are Eagle Communication, Prairie Land Partners, and Marion National Bank.
I think that's Wheeler and Snyder deep. Am I correct on that? I can't get the numbers.
That is.
Okay. Urban Wheeler, Jack Snyder deep for the Warriors. Both of them absolutely a threat to take it all the way back. Pretty good sized crowd here tonight. Would expect that it will grow as the evening goes on. That's normally the case.
Short kick.
A short kick end over end, fair catch at the 29. That was taken by Evan Heidebrick, so the Warriors will have good field position to start the drive.
Looking for a fired-up Warrior team coming off of that game against Mountain Ridge. It was a good win last week, Mike, but definitely showed some areas to work on, and you can guarantee Coach Teroff has been working on them.
Yeah, it was one of those games where I think it was pretty clear who was the better team, but some could argue that we would get a good lead and then kind of let up on the intensity, and Mountain Ridge wasn't going to quit, and we should have probably won by more, but a win's a win. Here's a handoff. Right up the middle. It's going to be a first down. It's going to be a gain of 16. I think that was Snyder. No, that was Wheeler.
I think that was Wheeler, yep.
You'll see here they catch him by the jersey.
Big hole to run through.
7 was coming across with an angle, but if that guy doesn't have him by the shirt, I'm not sure that doesn't go all the way.
Yeah, that line did a great job opening that up for Corbin, and he knew what to do with it.
Ball across the 45, right on the 46. Marion side of the field. Another handoff. That's on the other side. Once again, off to the races. That's Jack Snyder, and he's going to get the ball deep into Teuton territory.
Definitely what you gleaned, Mike, from the scouting report. Warriors are going to run and take advantage of any opportunity they get to move the ball down the field and not risk throwing it out over the middle. So.
One kid had Jack by the jersey, and then he couldn't hold on enough. He just slid down. We need tearaway jerseys like they had back in the 70s. And we've got our first time out of the game called by the Teutons. Jeremiah pointed out that I normally draw my little chart for keeping track of timeouts. Don't need it here because the scoreboard tells it, but on the road that's not always the case. But Coach set up the scouting report, and it took away the spot I always put my chart. It was tough for me.
I know. I was worried about you all day looking over this and concerned for your well-being, but I'm glad that you found a way to overcome.
If you think that's what's going to affect my mental health, let me tell you, that's taken care of a long time ago.
Beautiful night for football here, Mike. This is, as Casey said, one of the best venues, I think, in 3A football around the state.
You know, we were talking about that driving home from the road game last week, and I think the only thing that might keep us from being able to lay claim to that would be the high schools that play in small college stadiums like not Southeast of Saline, Sacred Heart in Salina plays there for Kansas Wesleyan. Sterling, Tabor.
Yeah.
Okay, 1st and 10 Warriors from the 29 of Inman.
Now the safety came out.
Got a man in the slot, one wide out, that's Stuklik. That's a handoff to Wheeler. Wheeler's running again. Good block by Stuklik. He's in the zone. That's the Case and Son touchdown.
Mike, that was 3 plays from scrimmage and a touchdown.
You know, there is no question that Snyder and Wheeler are outstanding running backs, but I believe even at my old age, I could have got 5 or 6 yards with those holes that they've had opened up down there. Going for 2 again. I'll say again because the Warriors last couple of years have done that exclusively. Here's a pitch. Pretty good pursuit, and they're going to drag Snyder down, so 6-0.
Right down the backfield by 15, Ethan Stubbs from Inman, and holds us to 6 points.
Jay, let's get a shot of our kind of pan, or Jay, or Danny, one of you, pan the cheerleaders for me, please. Marion High School cheerleaders this year consist of Bailey Baker, Emily Schaefer, Courtney Herzit, Emmy Hess, Charlie Nordquist, Sam Kelsey, Emily Hutchinson, Grace Overton, Jamie Wickham, Shelby Carnes, and Preston Snyder. And we want to especially thank Pressy, who is a freshman cheerleader, because she brought us Rice Krispie treats tonight. And she looks really pretty tonight.
Yeah, there might be one left.
They're so big, we could take one and share it between all of us.
Those were some of the best Rice Krispie treats I've ever had.
Oh, I would agree with that.
She may be one of the top cheerleaders in MHS history.
I introduced Casey and myself and Jeremiah, but of course, as always, Jay Smith is on our primary camera. Danny Maddox is on the Danny cam. We think the irony of that is incredible, that Danny is actually on the Danny cam. And Gene Winkler is Gene Winkler.
He's the man. He's the voice you can't hear.
He's the voice that you can't hear, and you're glad you can't.
Here's Austin Neufeld to kick off.
Austin's got blue shoes. Oh, a good kick, end over end. Going to come down right on the 19. Oh, and a good hit. I didn't get the number of who made the tackle. We'll see if we can pick it up here on the replay. That was just
Corbin Wheeler.
Corbin Wheeler, okay. So Wheeler with a great tackle. Inman will start on the 24. Get the breeze out of the south. I checked the weather site before I got to the field. It said it was 13 miles an hour, but of course that fluctuates through the evening. And off to the running back, and there is nothing there.
Met at the line by about 4 Warriors and driven backwards. Going to bring up a loss of about 2 on the play. Mike, I also checked the weather, 0% chance of rain tonight. They're going to get to listen to us all night.
We apologize. Last week we were looking on the the radar sights, and it looked like we were going to get ground, and we have too much equipment to risk that, so we tore down early, and it did sprinkle hard. From the shotgun, spread formation, completed pass, tackle immediately by Wheeler. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, it's a gain of about 4 yards, 5 yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
On the tackle, number 9, Corbin Wheeler.
Across the front line for the Warriors down there, and the linebackers as well. You got Colton Brewer. You got big Jarrett McClendon. 67 out there is Anton Vendeska. 46 as a linebacker is Garrett Hoffner. Quarterback draw.
Nowhere to go.
He's going to lose yardage on that play.
Jarrett lands on him, Hoffner lands on him, and 33 Colton Brewer was there to bring him down initially.
We're going to drop Wheeler back deep.
One of the things that Coach Cheroff pointed out in the scouting report is they will run an offensive play here from the punt formation.
Yes.
I doubt we'll see that now in the first quarter, but something to be on the lookout for.
But they actually, well, now this is a standard punt formation. I guess in the past they pretty much just lined up in an offensive formation and punted out of it. Riley Hake out there on the far side. Oh, punt's going to come out of bounds here. Wait till the official marks it. He's going to put it on the 30. Oh, he's got to come back now. Okay, 32-yard line.
Warriors will take over. 1st down and 10.
So that net punt was not much more than 10, 15 yards.
No,
Jeremiah.
that wasn't. He didn't get much out of that. That was the quarterback that punted at number 3, Fraze. So we'll see him doing that probably a few more times tonight.
His last name is spelled F-R-O-E-S-E, but you pronounce it like P-H-R-A-S-E, like a phrase. Man in motion's Dalrymple. Oop, that's a pitch to Snyder.
A little low just in front of his hands, and Schneider couldn't round it in, bring it in.
Chase Stringer, the quarterback. Chase last year was the backup quarterback. He is a junior. Had some really good games last year and demonstrated a very good arm. And this year they decided to get all the talent on the offensive talent on the field at once. So Snyder and Wheeler are behind Stringer, and all 3 of them are capable of playing quarterback.
Yes, they are. Corbin stepped in a few times last
He
year.
did. He sure did. Handoff to Snyder, right up the gut. Snyder's headed for the end zone. Nobody's near him. He's in the zone. That's the Case and Son touchdown.
You're going to see on the replay here, Stringer really played that well. He kind of spins around after the handoff like he doesn't know where the ball is, and Schneider's just gone.
He did a 360 there. Yeah, there wasn't anyone really near enough to him to be considered to be chasing him. All right, that makes our score 12-0. The Warriors again going for 2. Handoff. That was Wheeler. And I think once again they're going to stop it. That's kind of interesting because they have stopped us exactly twice tonight, and both of them have been on the 2-point conversion attempts.
Might be time to start running an actual play instead of a 2-point conversion play.
Yeah, it might be. And the Warrior pep band is playing the fight song. We got that great group of cheerleaders, and they really are give a little bit of credit to the coaches on the cheerleader squad.
Yeah, Diane Jeffrey and Cheyenne Jeffrey.
And for the last several years, going back to when Susan Hall was in that mix as a coach as well, or a manager, whatever their title is, we have had a good cheerleading squads. You waving at ladies in the crowd there, are you?
I know one of the girls over there. So.
And you're married to another one.
I'm married to another one, yeah.
Okay, that didn't sound good. The bottom line is you were waving at your daughter who was standing there with your wife.
That's true. Thanks for cleaning that up.
Help you out a little bit there.
We were all ready for the weekend at our house.
What's
just second full week of school.
Okay.
Getting back in the homework groove, and It's nice for Friday to roll around.
Yeah.
Number 10, Austin.
All right, Austin Neufeld to kick off again. As I mentioned earlier, he will be kicking into a wind that at least is significant. It's not a gale by any stretch, but certainly going to change when he flips around and kicks to the north. End over end kick taken at the 14, driven out of bounds on the 25.
Yep. Good kick by Austin, able to get it down in the, would you say, the 14?
14, yeah.
Good kick and short little run back from Inman, and we'll see if they can gain any yards from there.
So the Warrior defense back on the field. They forced a 3 and out the first time. And I would say that is one thing, Jeremiah, that the coaching staff was probably disappointed. I didn't talk to them about it, but I would say probably disappointed about last week was the inability to get off the field as quickly as they thought they should.
Right.
Inside handoff, pretty good run. Going to gain 5 yards.
Yeah, he found a way through the middle there, and Warriors finally tracked him down and tackled him.
That was number 23. That's Michael Bledsoe. He's a 5'8", 180-pound junior running back. He's got reasonable speed. His primary asset is probably that he really runs hard. Quarterback to pass, getting a lot of pressure, scrambling, gets the ball away. Oh, almost picked off.
And I think, Mike, we're going to see, when they pass, we're going to see a lot of that. The right side of Inman's line is huge, and the left side of Inman's line is not nearly as big. And
That's
so we're going
right.
to get a lot of penetration on their left side, our right side, coming around and driving them that way. And that's exactly what happened there, and he was unable to complete the pass.
I was trying to get the number of the Warrior defender there, but the replay cut off too quickly. I think it was Noah Dalrymple. He was in the vicinity. There was another Warrior back there, too. So if I had the wrong one, I apologize. 3rd and a long 5 for the Teutons. Again, they're going to pass. Pump fake. Gets it away long. Snyder pulls it in. Now he needs to make a run out of it. Getting a couple of blocks. And they're probably going to drag him down on the 31.
Ran out of places to go, and that might be the best punt Inman gets all night.
Well, I was just thinking that, you know, on 3rd down, you never want to pass up an interception. Now, 4th down, you might say, hey, I'm going to just drop this, but I don't think they could have punted it that
No,
way.
I don't either. Warriors take the field at the, let's see, they're 32 there.
7:37 to go in the first quarter. Warriors up 12-0. Everybody in tight. One receiver split out on the left side of the offensive formation.
That's Neufeld, I can tell by the shoes.
Hand off to Wheeler, and he breaks free. One man after him.
He is gone.
Yeah. Number 4 is coming up fast from behind it. He runs out of speed. He's in the zone, and that's a Case and Son touchdown.
Here you're going to see Corbin take it right up the middle and come outside, and he's gone.
I tell you what, Wheeler and Snyder might be working on some sort of record for yards from scrimmage if this continues the way it has started.
Have to hook up the oxygen here pretty soon.
All right, our producer, Mr. Winkler, says we're getting in the end zone this time. That's a keeper. Stringer keeps the ball, and he's in the zone. That'll put the Warriors up 20-0. And the Warrior flag up and down the track. Maybe Danny can get a shot of that. There we go.
Guys, I haven't done my research. I know back in 1994 we had 2 1,000-yard rushers in a season. We may have had 2 last year or the year before, but I'm predicting we have 2 1,000-yard rushers again this year. Wheeler and Schneider are a 1-2 deadly combination. They got size, strength, and speed. They're going to be a handful to deal with. Who are you going to stop?
Exactly. You got to pick your poison, and you're going to get bit by the other one. What, Jeremiah?
Oh, Roger's making faces at us through the window there. He wants to make sure that we talk about the Big M, which
we'll do that when we get a break in the action.
Yeah,
Look at that Big M. It's beautiful.
No, we're not talking about it now.
You guys may not be, but I am.
You can talk about it. We're not showing a picture of it. We will, though. Casey, here's the deal. We were going to do it, but we're not going to let Roger force us to do it when he wants us to.
Kicking for the Warriors, number 10, Austin Neufeld.
All right, Neufeld. He's going to talk about 1,000-yard rushers. He may have 1,000 kicks this year at the rate this is going. His legs are going to fall off. That's a good problem to have. I know Austin would like to get one with the wind at his back.
I bet he'll have an opportunity.
Oh, there's a good kick. 13-yard line, muffed, and that's going to pin the Teutons deep.
I say Austin will probably get a chance, but it's still 7:20 left in the first quarter.
You know, on the Wheeler carry that he just scored on, number 4 that did gain ground on him is number 4, Connor Brown. He's a sophomore for the Teutons, and must have some speed.
Yeah, he definitely was in the vicinity. He just wasn't able to catch Wheeler.
1st and 10 from the 13, from the spread formation, one back in the backfield. Now he splits out. They look to swing it out to him in the flat.
The Warriors just come in waves after him, and I think we're going to get tacked on a late hit here, but I don't know for sure.
I think it was a late hit.
Flag on the flag.
I was afraid maybe they were going to call because it was helmet-to-helmet contact. No, that was a shoulder pad.
No, it wasn't a late hit.
I'm not sure. We'll see it. We mic'd up the official. Okay, it's a penalty against the Teutons. Casey.
It's on them.
Yes. Okay.
You know that by now because they're marching the ball back the other way.
Block in the back, is that what I saw? I think it was called a block in the back.
Okay.
Well, our guys were signaling it was against them.
Yeah.
Hoffner's initial hit appeared to be, to me, helmet to helmet, but then clearly on the replay it was into the shoulder pad. But that's what I was worried about. All right, 1st and 18 now from their own 5-yard line. Teutons in big trouble. Again in that spread as the quarterback rolls to his right, and he's down in the end zone. I'm waiting for the safety call.
There it is.
There we go. Safety. That is a Case and Son safety.
You're going to see Jarrett McClendon here. He's going to, maybe we won't see, but Jarrett McClendon here just reached out with his big old paw and yanked him down, and that was the end of it.
Do we have that replay, Gino? Of course, by rule, it's always seemed kind of like unfair, but here's the replay. But now the Teutons will have to kick to the Warriors. They can choose to punt or kick off.
Watch Jared here. The end.
He just, with the strength of his arm, shoved the guy down, really. That puts our score at 22-0. All right, Jay, let's do this. Get a long-range view of the Big M. Danny, pull in tight on the Big M. Gene, kind of go back and forth between them. We're knocking on the window here so we can show Roger that we've got the Big M, Roger Hannaford, Casey Case, Jeremiah Lange, and
Andy Hansen and Marlon Buckholz.
Andy Hansen and Marlon Buckholz went up and took care of the trimming, got all the brush away from the M, painted the M. How many gallons of paint?
12 gallons of paint.
Is it true that you dumped Roger in paint and rolled him over?
We just rolled him around, yeah. That's the easiest way to do it.
You know what they say, wherever you find 4 Presbyterians,
You find a big M?
Fine, you paint the big M.
I really didn't know what you said when they found 4 Presbyterian.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right. Inman elects to kick off. End over end kick. Handled by Wheeler. Outside the 40, and he gets the ball up and across the 45 on the Inman side of the 50.
Good little return by the Warriors, able to control the ball and get it some good field position here to start off this drive. 6:53 remaining in the first quarter.
The Big M was built back in the mid-90s.
1997. So this is the 20th anniversary.
Oh, it's the 20th anniversary. Okay, so I thought it was a little earlier than that, but it initially was lighted with solar lights that were available back then that lasted about 1 game. Warriors on offense. There's a handoff, and nobody touched Snyder. He could have almost skipped down the field. He's in the zone. That's a Case and Son touchdown. And we got a 28-0 score, and we're still in the first quarter.
I'm not a football coach by any means. I wouldn't pretend to be one, but I think if I was Inman, I might just assign a person to Wheeler and a person to Schneider and let the rest of the game go how it goes.
Okay, Mike, I was a little hesitant when you said you could have ran through that hole on the last touchdown, but I really think you may have been able to hit that hole. You may not have been able to make it all the way to the goal line, but you could have ran through that hole.
Oh, pass play broken up. Casey, keep in mind, I said I might have gotten 4 or 5 yards, whereas Wheeler got 70.
I'll bet you could have got 20 yards through that hole.
I used to be quick, now I'm just short.
I didn't know that was the trade-off.
Well, short and fat, but I was hoping you'd allow me a little dignity there, Jeremiah.
That's what they used to say about me. They said, man, he might be small, but he sure is slow.
Well, I think all of us expected a pretty focused Marion Warrior team tonight. I think all of us expected a victory and pretty, well, by our predictions, we were predicting a substantial victory, but holy moly.
Yeah, this is 28-0, and we're not halfway through the first quarter.
This is where if you're a sophomore or a freshman, you're thinking, I'm going to see some playing time tonight.
Yeah.
Neufeld will kick off for the 4th time this quarter.
He's just warming up.
Apparently so. Well, that last kick was the best one he'd had so far, so getting that leg muscle stretched out. End over end, very high kick. Fair catch called for.
And recovered.
Yeah, not by the guy who muffed it.
Yeah. Number 11 found that ball in his hands. Colton Lair from Inman. I don't think he was expecting it, but it landed there.
That was very fortunate for the Teutons because that ball came off the chest of the initial receiver and could have very easily gone right into the hands of one of the oncoming Warrior players. As it is, they'll have first down on their own 29. Again, spread offense. Quarterback hands off to the one back in the backfield. He may get a yard. He'll get a yard out of that.
I think he got a yard. You can see he ran to the right side where they've got a Wyatt Myers, a 5'11 junior, 305 pounds, and then Mason Thiessen, 6'7", 225 pounds. So that right side of the line for Inman is a heavy-duty line, and if they do run it, I imagine that's the side they're going to run to.
Jeremiah, I stayed up, watched the Chiefs game to conclusion last night. Then I watched the post game. then I was so pumped up I couldn't sleep when I finally went to bed. This game needs to get a little more exciting or I'm going to fall asleep. Again from the spread offense, one back in the backfield with the quarterback. And we've got a flag. That may be too much time.
That was a good win by the Chiefs last night. I saw an interesting statistic today. It said the last 3 times the Patriots have lost the opening game of the season, they've gone on to win the Super Bowl.
Well, I know it was, I don't know, 2013 or so. The Chiefs just destroyed them in Arrowhead, and they won the Super Bowl that year. So, but hopefully it won't happen this year.
That's right.
All right, 2nd and 14. That quarterback takes a snap directly and going to run with it. He'll pick up 5 yards. It'll still be 3rd and long.
That was Colton Brewer on the tackle, and Schneider finished them off.
It'll make it 3rd and 8 for Inman. They stay in that spread offense.
They're just trying to find some answer to this Warrior defense.
Oh, high snap. Fraze handles it, gets the pass away. Good pass. That will be their first down.
Yeah. Yep.
Gene Winkler, he made me laugh. I don't know if you heard him,
I
but
did.
the Inman coach put both hands in the air. He was signaling something to his team, but they were both hands straight up in the air. And Gene said, "I think that coach is giving up." All right, from the 40-yard line now, Inman first down. Going to roll this way, wants to throw again. Man's open. Oh, he slips the first tackle. Snyder gets him, and then other Warriors catch up.
Warriors getting a little bit careless on defense, being up 28-0. We're going to see them tighten things down here, I think, pretty quick.
Snyder got over, slowed him down, then Riley Hake caught back up, and other Warriors joined in there. For the first time now, Inman is in Warrior territory at the Warrior 39-yard line. Oh, the attempted handoff, and the back literally just falls on it. Bledsoe, the ball carrier.
Yeah, ball popped out, and he dropped right down on it. So Warriors are going to meet him at the 44-yard line for 2nd and 15.
Brewer, McClendon on that front line. 67 out there is Vinduska. That's the 3 Warriors interior linemen. Again with the pass, going long. He gave it all he could. Oh, that was caught. Warriors were there, but I think they lost sight of the ball.
Yeah, 2 Warriors down there, and I think they just weren't sure where the ball was. And the Inman receiver knew exactly where it was and comes up with it.
So credit to Inman. They have not given up yet. They're still trying. Got 3:51 to go in this first quarter. Warriors up 28-0. Inman on the Warrior 14, threatening for the first time tonight. Man out here. Oh, pass a little high off both hands. Coverage down there by Stuklik.
Yeah, just out of reach for the receiver, 75. 15. Ethan Stubbs, and unable to come down with it. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Evan Heidebeck in the game as a linebacker. We'll try to get some more of those defensive numbers. High snap again. This quarterback goes to his right, throws to the end zone. The defender had fallen down. That man was wide open. Had he kept running instead of jumping, I think he can pull that in.
Yeah, I think so. We slipped. One of our guys slipped in the end zone down there and left his defensive player wide open.
Riley Hake and Stuklik are the 2 of the defensive backs. Zachary Stuklik. Snyder's one of the safeties. I think Wheeler's the other. 3rd and 10. Quarterback keeps. Now he throws. Oh, that's a nice toss, and that's a completion for a touchdown.
Inman put some points on the board. going to make it 28-6.
See how they approach the extra point opportunity, whether they go for 2. I think, no, it looks like they're going to kick. Gene, our producer, wondering if he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw. Why don't you save that, and we'll come back and take a look at it after the extra point attempt. Appears to be good, and it is. So our score is 28-7, and Gene, let us know when you. Okay, here we go. Why don't you? Line of scrimmage is right there at the
9-yard line there, right?
Or is that the 14? 14. Okay, go ahead, run it. Okay. Nope. He was outside the 15. But it's so cool that we can do things like that. There was a time when we couldn't.
Just have to remember.
Yeah, well, that's what Gene's for. Gene's job is to remember and then make it happen. Thanks to Jay and Danny, those guys always have the shot. On the rare occasion when one of them misses a shot, the other one has it. It's their. Gene wants to know if it's halftime. No, but it is getting close to the end of the first quarter.
It's 3:27 remaining in the first quarter. 28-7 in the ball game. Inman kicking off again here. We are on the Danny cam.
Oh, we were on the Danny cam. I wasn't watching the monitor. I was staring at the beautiful Big M.
Just can't get enough.
Can't get enough of that Big M. Okay, so Inman will kick off for the second time. The first was not a happy occasion for them as it came after the safety. Credit to them for not panicking. They stayed with that passing attack. Onside kick attempt. They recovered it, and I do believe it went 10 yards.
Yeah, it did.
So very, very gutsy play by Inman. They'll take over on the Warrior 47 with a little bit of momentum here.
If you're on defense for Marion, that should get you fired up.
Absolutely. Rolling this direction. It's a ball away. Hake there for the immediate tackle.
Hake able to bring him down, but not until after he picks up 4 yards, 5 yards.
Yeah, I think he's got about 5.
Yep.
So it'll bring up second and a little bit of a long 5. Neufeld in the game as Dalrymple comes out. Trips on the right side of the offensive formation, rolling that way, looking back this way, just letting it fly along. But Stuklik was all over that one.
Yeah, Stuklik had his man covered, and there was no way he was going to get to the ball. Unfortunately, Stuklik couldn't get there himself.
So third and a long 5 now. Play coming in from the sideline for the Inman Teutons. Quarterback Fraze has shown that he can throw the ball. Oh, that's a handoff to Bledsoe.
Yeah, he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Warriors sniffed that out, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He may have gotten he didn't even get a full yard there. You're right, Jeremiah. It's right at the original line of scrimmage. Fourth down.
I predict they're not going to punt.
All right. Casey has bet $1,000 against any taker. Quarterback rolls, getting a lot of pressure there. Oh, he gets drugged down. Evan Heidebrecht was the first man in there.
Penetrated through that line, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
Spun away from Heidebrecht a little bit, and when he did, he ran right into Anton Venduska, who was followed by Jarrett McClendon. The safe way, the smart way was hit the ground, and that's what he did.
Warriors take over on their 49.
Coach Cheroff with a high five for Heidebrecht as he comes off the field. Timeout taken by Inman. That's her second timeout of the night. Marion still has all of theirs in their pocket.
I can't imagine we'll see Coach Cheroff use one of those.
Yeah, it would be surprising. It certainly wouldn't be for strategy. It would be because some weird, somebody's got an equipment problem or something that they can't get a timeout. They can't get the ref to call. 2:03 to go in the first quarter, and Mr. Winkler, the producer, makes a very valid point. It really does seem like it ought to be halftime. This has been a long quarter. Game started at 7. Right now it's
7:38.
Okay, I've got 7:40, but I may be a little bit ahead of I always set a little bit ahead because I'd rather be 2 minutes early than 2 minutes late.
That's good. You want to get places on time.
That's right. They're announcing that Warrior lineman Caleb Hett, who's wearing number 71 tonight, has a birthday tomorrow. I think he's going to be 18
That's correct.
years of age. You would have thought that he would have brought us some of his birthday cake.
It's not his birthday yet.
That's a good point. And I don't want it next week. It'll be stale.
Kind of picky about your cake.
I certainly am. Handoff. That's Wheeler. Wheeler, boy, he runs hard. He's going to pick up 15 yards.
Wheeler picks up 15 yards after picking up 2 Teutons and taking them with him.
Exactly right.
Hey, some of my birthday cake, but I didn't get one.
You didn't get a birthday cake? What'd you have?
Not this year.
You get a pie?
I had a ribeye.
Oh, well, that's all right.
That's pretty good.
That's better than a birthday cake any day.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Neufeld split out on the left side of the offensive formation for the Warriors. Hoffner goes in motion. Sets up on the left. Stringer keeps.
I don't know that was supposed to.
Yeah, I don't know that he intended to keep,
Right.
but yeah. Appeared to be a broken play. Still going to gain 3 yards. Can't say enough about the offensive line surge. Feel free, Jeremiah, help me out as we find some of those offensive linemen. One of them is the birthday boy, Caleb
Yeah,
Hett.
Caleb Hett is out there.
Right tackle.
Some of the same numbers from earlier. Anton Mendeska and
Drake Vondenkamp's number 53 here.
64 is Jared Ray.
Another very strange play. And that was Snyder, who went down very little gain. I'm sorry, I bit on the fake. As Snyder got tackled, but Stringer kept the ball.
Yeah, and just nowhere to go.
I'll bring it 3rd and 2.
He got some yards there.
Yeah, he did. So Inman stiffening up a little bit on defense. That right up the middle had been wide open up to this point in the game. Hand off to Wheeler, and Wheeler just shaking off tackles, continues to do so, and he's in the zone, standing up with a Case-Sun touchdown. That's an impressive run.
It is an impressive run. I don't know if you saw it, but the last guy that he shook off, his teammate come over to help him up.
Let this run a little bit, Gene. I mean, he just keeps shedding tacklers. Yeah. I thought this guy had a pretty reasonable chance, but even he doesn't get him to the ground. And you're right, his teammate was right there to help him up. 34-7. Warriors go for the 2-point conversion. Stringer keeps. Stringer kind of hops. That was like it was in slow motion. That was a strange play.
That was a strange play.
But he's in the zone.
Here it is. You're going to see it on the replay. Stringer's going to take the ball just to the right side of center and just kind of work his way into the end zone.
Fakes to Wheeler. and then just everybody just kind of keeps pushing on him. Did anybody ever think about trying to knock him down?
Didn't look like it.
Warriors up 36-7.
Kind of looked like they all agreed it was a foregone conclusion.
I think you're right.
Make it look like they were all trying.
Now, there's a flag laying right out at the 50-yard line that the official just picked up. Were they just practicing throwing?
I think they weren't getting enough practice during the first quarter, so they're just trying out, making sure it still works.
A special little Warrior treat. Presty Schneider, who brought me some Rice Krispie treats. Oh, they look good.
He's talking weird. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish they were on the air. Sorry about that. Neufeld will kick off again. Casey, what's the all-time Warrior record for kicking off in the first quarter?
Tonight, I think that's the record.
I guess it.
You go back to 1994, 95, man. We remember those games. We were up 50, 60, nothing at halftime.
Yeah, I do remember those games. I was thinking back to the Casey Case days when he alone would score that many points in a quarter. He probably kicked off too. Here's Neufeld's kick. Another good kick. Against the wind, taking it to 15. Muffed again. The kid's he's got to catch it before he runs. Once again, it looks like he's trying so hard to grab it and go, but you got to get the ball first.
The nice thing tonight is he's got plenty of opportunities to practice that.
He does. He absolutely does. That was number 24 for the Teutons, Jackson Eddy. He's a 6'1" junior. And that is the end of the first quarter. So let's go down to Casey Case for the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report.
I'm glad you finally recognized that, Mike. Speaking of long quarters, we're talking about how long this quarter was. Talking about the 1994 team, we went down to Eureka, I think, in 1994. And I swear we played the longest game in the history of high school football. Turns out the clock operator was stopping the clock more than he should have. And I'm wondering about our clock operator tonight. Maybe one of you guys ought to go check on him, because there weren't that many incomplete passes in that quarter, and it took 45 minutes. But good news is we're up 36-7. Warriors are running at will. Boy, the Inman team, they sort of look like they want to be somewhere else tonight. So we need to keep things going, get as many points as we can by halftime, and get the JV in to get some experience in the second half, guys.
Casey, do you want us to go in and ask the scorekeeper, the clock guy, if he knows how to do his job?
No,
we'll do it.
We're good. We're good.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break.
Triple R Hauling is your hauling expert, offering custom step deck hauling in more than 27 states. Triple R Hauling will handle your heavy equipment, military equipment, farm machinery, and most any item you need moved. Hauling specialty and emergency loads, ramp use, bridges, and tarps are available if needed. Call Wally or Kim at 382-7802 and get things moving. Shelter Insurance is one of the most successful and financially sound regional insurance groups in the country, providing insurance products specifically designed to best suit you, including protection for your home, life, car, farm, business, and more. Drop in and see Shelter Agent Doug Heary for great rates and professional service. Doug will help you find the right coverage at the right price. Just as the Warriors practice and play hard to achieve success, the folks at Heary Real Estate work tirelessly to meet your needs. From listing to closing, Lori Heary and her agents are there to help you. Buying or selling, they will make sure your real estate transaction is a smooth one. Heary Real Estate, serving Marion and all of Marion County.
The men and women of Marion Kiwanis Club are proud to support MCTV. Marion Kiwanis Club sponsors the annual Old Settlers Day weekend and provides financial support to Chingawassa Days and countless other organizations benefiting the area. Call 382-2115 for info on tent, chair, and table rental. Marion Kiwanis, dedicated to providing service to children and local communities.
I think part of the reason for the long first quarter is all the scoring. You know, all those 2-point conversions, those are off the clock. So
Inman on offense again from their own 13, headed south. Hand off to the running back, very little gain.
yeah, he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage I'm not even sure he did have a gain.
Yeah, they're not moving the marker, so got to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Jarrett McClendon got in on that tackle.
Second and 10. Quarterback rolls to his left, getting some pressure now. Comes back the other direction, has a little running room, gets the pass away complete. Nice job of keeping his eyes downfield and finding the open man.
Yeah, Schneider was there to bring him down, but not until after he got a complete pass.
Snyder and Hake in on the tackle.
Warriors had that quarterback tracked. They just couldn't bring him down.
You see it even with college quarterbacks once they are flushed out of the pocket, having trouble staying focused downfield to find the open man. Incomplete pass there, but this young man, Mr. Fraze, is doing a nice job.
Got that pass just behind his receiver's shoulder, and he wasn't able to turn around quick enough to make the catch. So going to bring up 2nd and 10.
They stay in the spread formation. Hake's on the outside, on the far side of the field. Wheeler in the slot. Good pressure right up the middle, and he's going to be sacked.
Yeah, there's 4 Warriors there. Let's see, 53, Jacob Vonenkamp, Big Country, Jarrett McClendon. Number 7, Evan Heiderbrecht was in there.
And Hoffner.
And 46, Garrett Hoffner, yeah. So they all met him in the backfield, and he had nowhere to go, no time to throw.
Big loss. That's going to make 3rd, and they've got 17 on the scoreboard. Almost looks longer than that, but we'll go with that. We have very accurate people up here in the press box, so I'm going to take their word for it. And we've got a Tampa State Bank timeout called by the Teutons.
It's going to be their final timeout of the quarter, or of the half, excuse me.
Their coach is talking with the officials. I'm not sure what he's wondering about the spot on the, Gene, could we see that sack again? Can you find that the last, the play before the last one? Or,
no,
it was the last
yeah.
one, okay. Let's see if we can figure out where he is, what yard line that is right there. Yep, couldn't do it.
Probably the 25-yard line.
Well, that's where the ball is right now. But the way their coach was coming out, I don't know what else he was clearly questioning something.
Felt the need to call a timeout for it too.
Yeah. The white hat, the official is mic'd up. I took the mic down to him at the instruction of Mr. Winkler, and he made it very clear that he was not thrilled with the concept of wearing the mic or using the mic. I don't think he's used it yet tonight, has he?
I think I saw him take the batteries out. Inman timeout.
Okay, pass play on 3rd down. Again, the ball's out. Recovered by the Warriors. I was starting to say again a lot of pressure, and all of a sudden the ball comes popping out. I think Riley Hake might have recovered that.
Yeah, I think Vonenkamp knocks it loose here. Yep, and then Riley. No, that's Evan Heiderbrecht.
Evan, okay.
Pick it up.
Well, Evan's a 7, Riley's a 3. Those numbers look a lot alike.
Right, from far away, yeah.
All right, Warriors first down now on the 25. 10:34 to go in the second quarter. Again, our score 36-0. Warriors lead. Oh, it's a pass play from Stringer, and oh, just too much air under it. Hoffner was wide open.
He was there and just threw it too far past him, so I hope we get to see that one again here later in the game. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Warriors from the 25-yard line.
I believe I'm correct. That's only the second pass play for the Warriors tonight. I think it's the first one with the wind at his back.
I believe that's true.
Two backs as Stringer's under center. Hoffner's moves over, takes the slot on the left side. Stringer keeps. Nice run by Stringer as he just kind of high steps through. It looks like he's got a first down.
Yeah, he's going to gain, looks like about 13 yards on that play. Kind of weaving his way through the Inman Teutons.
Tiptoe through the Teutons. Winkler, stay off the air, man.
If you'd like to make a request, then that's at mpowers@mctv.com.
1st and 10 now from the Inman 12. Hand off to Snyder.
He's close.
Oh,
They're
he's
saying he was
down. He was down.
About at the 4-yard line, 3-yard line in there.
Jeremiah, you're far too young to remember Tiny Tim, but he had a huge hit with Tiptoe Through the Tulips, singing it in a falsetto.
Oh.
Back in the 60s, I believe. I don't think it was even the 70s.
I thought you were going to talk about Tiny Tim from, like...
The Tulips! Who was that? Casey? Who was it?
It was Casey.
2nd and a long one for the Warriors. They can get a first down without getting in the end zone. Snyder with the... No, that's a Stringer keep, and he's in the zone! Case and Son touchdown!
Warriors pick up the touchdown, just pushing right up the middle here. Stringer fakes to Schneider and goes on in.
Yeah, nice job by Stringer. So the Warriors go up to 42-7.
8:57 remaining in the second quarter.
A couple of factors here. One, I mean, you normally at least play your starters through the first half. And two, we don't have that big a roster.
Right.
So you can only sub so much. Pass play, nicely done. Stringer completes the pass out there to Stuklik for the 2-point conversion, making it 44-7.
Yeah, Stuklik did a good job of just cutting right back to face Stringer, and Stringer delivered the ball right in the pocket.
Let's go down to Casey.
Hey, talking about scoring last week, my wife was on looking on the internet, said where Conway Springs ran up 98 points against Belle Plaine last weekend.
Wow.
And I thought, man, there's no excuse for that, but it's kind of easy to see how that can happen, especially when you have limited players. You have to play the game. And Mike, I agree with you. Your starters should play the entire first half, and they should come out and play at least the first series of the third quarter. And because we know if you don't do that, it can come back to bite you, like we saw years ago when we had a team that was so dominant that we had to call off the Dogs early in the third quarter, and we got in the playoffs. It came back to bite us because we weren't fit enough, because we didn't play enough. So anyway, we're up 44-7 with 8:57 left in the second quarter. This thing's out of hand, but we've only got so many guys we can put in.
Right.
So I'm starting to understand that Conway Springs score a little better.
You know, Casey, you're not that much younger than I am. At least not so much that the circumstances were much different. It's very fluid right now. All the classes are, you've got teams that are traditionally 4A that are dropping in numbers. 3As are becoming 2As. 3As are going to 8-man. It's just really weird what's going on around the state.
Yeah, it really is. You just never know what's going to happen.
Here's Neufeld kicking with the wind at his back. Boom! That's a good kick. It's going to be taken on the 3-yard line. Backs him up to the goal line. Thought for a minute he was going to stop and try to take a knee. That was.
He had second thoughts about running, and then
he did.
Realized it was too late for second thoughts.
Watch this replay. It was just a strange little. Okay, now I'm going to run. Here I go.
Stop.
Oh my gosh! Well, I better run.
They're not stopping.
They're coming hard.
Big kick by Neufeld with the wind at his back.
So on there, I shouldn't say it this way, but I kind of feel sorry for Inman in a way, in that they not only are they not able to stop the Warrior offense, when they get a chance to go on offense, they're having to go at least 85, 89 yards every time.
Yeah, they're having to work for any success they have.
A little bit of an option there. He runs a long way east and west, but
yeah, he gained about 25 yards going to the east.
And absolutely nothing.
And lost yardage.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, when they say you're a great east-west runner, that's really not a compliment.
That's right.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 10-yard line. Quick pass out here in the flat, trying to get somebody out in space. Oh, nice job.
Yeah, he dodged a couple tackles before he's brought down by Evan Heidelbrecht out of bounds.
Mike, that is unless you're playing on a field that runs east and west, and there are a few in the state.
There are. But you know the phrase, they talk about a north-south runner. They mean, you know, that guy, he is going straight ahead and he's going. But,
you know, I got you.
That was not a first down, but it did get him into a makeable range. It's 3rd and 3 now. Ball out to the 19. Handoff almost had the look of a bit of a draw to it. Not going to get a first down on it. About a yard gain.
Not much to guess on there. They both kind of stood next to each other, and once the quarterback had the ball, he just kind of shoved it in the other guy's stomach. Said, go.
Go. 4th and 2. Got to figure they're going to punt. Warriors drop Snyder deep. They may run out of time here. They had a lineman come off the field. Another guy comes on. I heard another guy going off and another guy coming on. Okay, they just called the timeout, but they shouldn't have any timeouts left.
No, they shouldn't.
Coach is going to tell them about it right there.
Coach Teroff talking to him. I don't know if he's talking about that, but
I would imagine, because
now, to be fair, the scoreboard shows Marion with 3 timeouts and Inman with 0 prior to that. But, as I said, to be fair, at one point we were the source of the information that the previous timeout was called by Inman. So if the scoreboard's wrong, it's our fault. But
I don't think we've called a timeout.
Well, if we didn't call a timeout, then how can Inman call this one? That would have been 4.
I understand that.
Was there an official's timeout that we missed, perhaps?
The only time I could think of is when that Inman coach was yelling at the officials.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, I don't know. It's 4th and 1.
I don't know why the officials would take an official's timeout to get yelled at.
The quarterback's going to go straight ahead. He's met at the 20. He is not going to get the first down. He may lose a little yardage. Maybe forward progress will give him benefit of the doubt.
That was called a timeout not well used.
they do give him a pretty good spot, taking into consideration forward progress. So they are going to measure.
I don't know if you can see on the screen here, but the marker on the far side has the first down already marked.
No, it did.
I think for the Warriors.
Yep. It was close, but didn't get it, so the Warriors will take over deep in Inman territory. I don't know what you're thinking there, Jeremiah, not you, but what their coach is thinking. I get it. They're down 44-7, but you don't want to make it any worse than you have to. And at that point on the field, it's practically handing the Warriors another score.
Yeah, I think I'd get as far away from my end zone as possible.
Exactly.
Well, they can't punt very well. They would have been punting into the wind.
Yeah, it's possible. They maybe just the punt they did try didn't go well. That's a handoff to Snyder. And he's in the zone. That's a Case and Son touchdown. He just ensured that we would have a bigger lead at halftime.
That's right.
Makes it 50-7, and we've still got 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the first half.
Wow.
Checking my phone here, I'll explain why in a moment. No one can see it, but I'm telling you that. I'm just telling you, Jeremiah. Warriors going for 2. Neufeld goes from the right side of the formation to the left. They're going to throw to Neufeld. Oh, just a little hard, a little high, maybe a little hard too, off his hands. Now, I thought, Jeremiah, that I was not going to be here tonight. I was just getting ready to call Darren Neufeld to see if he would come and take Casey's spot on the sideline and let Casey come up here with you, or whatever Casey decided he wanted to do. But that was because I thought we were going to have my newest little grandchild born today. All the signs looked good, but just as I was getting ready to call Darren, my son called and said, we're at the doctor's office. They're sending us home.
No baby.
No baby. Just as I pulled into the stadium tonight, my son called and said she's having contractions again. So I got my phone right here waiting to get a message of some sort. And if I do, I'll be leaving, and you and Casey will be in charge.
All right. Very exciting.
I thought it would have been cool if they could have had the baby and sent me the size and weight and all that stuff. I could have put it right on the air and announced it here first.
You could text us when you find out. That's Josh and
Iva, yeah, up in Kansas City.
Well, congratulations to them.
Judy and I have to get up there and watch the 2 older kids as soon as we can. They've got, obviously they're not going to wait till we get there from here. Okay, here's a kick. Neufeld, another good end-over-end kick at the 1-yard line. This time he goes back into the end zone. Touchback.
Good kick by Neufeld, and Inman's going to get the ball on their 20, which will give them better field position than they had after the last kickoff return that they had.
Jeremiah, I actually think the wind may have picked up just a mile or 2 per hour since this game started. It's still coming out of the south pretty good. First and 10. Stacked on the right side over here with receivers. 1 man up top. Roll this direction. Right in the middle of the field. Completion.
It's incomplete, I think.
Oh, did it come out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots for the Warrior defense to pay attention to on these types of plays. They're sending a lot of receivers out.
One of the things this spread formation does, that's the reason why it kind of took over at schools like Texas Tech and some others that, well, we'll get back to that in just a moment. This time they have 2 receivers on each side, 1 back in the backfield. He's blocking, ball tipped.
That was Jared Vonnekamp there getting his hand up. Excuse me, Colton Brewer getting his hand up and breaking that play up.
Now, but when you do the spread, the ball comes out so quickly that you don't have to have that great line to keep your pocket clean, and it allows the schools that maybe don't have as much talent to run up a lot of points.
Mm-hmm.
3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Good pass. That's a completion.
Yeah,
but again, he's hit immediately.
Got the ball out and was greeted by 4 Warriors right next to their sideline there.
A part of the problem with that is that you can score a lot of points, and Texas Tech, I keep using that as an example, but you need some of those big linemen on the defensive side of the ball, and a lot of those schools will go out and score 50, 60 points and get beat 70-50.
Right. Blaine Murmison on that tackle a little bit ago. He's out there on the line.
Neufeld dropped back to receive the anticipated punt on 4th and 5. Gets a punt away. That's going to go out of bounds. Austin's not even going to get a chance. But he does pick the ball up very politely on the sideline.
He's been out here enough practicing himself where he has to retrieve them. I think he's pretty used to that.
Austin, with that red uniform and the blue towel tucked in it and the blue shoes, I really appreciate him with the KU colors. And pass that on to his family.
I bet they'll appreciate that. Blue and red are Marion Warrior colors.
That is correct. All right, 1st and 10 Warriors now from the Teuton 48. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Warriors up 50-7. Stringer keeps. He cuts to the outside. He's going to get thrown down on the 25-yard line. Good gain for Stringer. Going to get 23 on the carry.
You're going to see here the defense is going to just jump. They're going to jump on one of our running backs here, assuming that they're going to get the ball. And Stringer just holds on to it, and after they've gone past him, he keeps going.
He does. He just pulled it back. The defender could have taken the hand off if he would have been that alert.
That was Evan Heidebrecht and Colton Brewer back there, and Stringer didn't hand it off, and off he went.
Now, the Warriors have made very liberal substitutions here. We'll try to get some more names and numbers as we go.
That's Colton Brewer running the ball.
Nice run by Brewer, and he just won't go down. Did they steal the ball from him?
The ball came out.
Was he down?
And they're going to say Inman ball.
Okay. Well, let's take another look. If so, very alert play by Inman. You see that happen once in a while. Somebody has the ball kind of in front of them, and you can just reach in and grab it and take it away. They've got him stood up there. He's trying to fight for yardage, and the guy just pulls it out as it goes down. I'm not sure his knees weren't down.
It was a close. It's close.
Let's send that back to the league office. All right, we'll go back to, that's close. Live action here as the Teutons take over on their own 13. He's getting a lot of pressure. Gets the ball away very alertly. Going to be a completion, and the guy falls down on the 20.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there, and I'm not sure he was tackled as much as just
gave up.
Threatened.
He was threatened into submission. 2nd and 3 for the Teutons. Quarterback going to the left, gets the pass away. That's high.
That is high, and there's nothing there. Riley Hake was there on coverage, but the pass was too high for the receiver. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3.
Inman dodged a bullet. This score could have very easily been over 60 at halftime if the Warriors had scored on that last possession. Would have been plenty of time to get it back and do it again.
There's still time.
There is. But I would, I agree with Casey. You got to play your starters, but there is a point where sportsmanship has to come in too. And we haven't pulled all our starters, but we've got quite a few younger players in there. Quick pass out in the flat. Well defended. Who was out there with Wheeler on that
Wheeler,
one?
and that's 53.
Oh, that's
53 is
Vonderkamp.
Jacob Vonderkamp.
Vonderkamp had a good game last week. He's playing well again tonight.
He's quick to the ball, and he really reads plays well.
4th and 7 now. Warriors have Blaine Murmas out there, as you mentioned before. Number 20 out there is Noah Dalrymple. 73, Jarrett McClendon, who, of course, is a starter. 33 on the right side of the defensive formations, Colton Brewer.
Neufeld is back to return the kick.
Better kick. Neufeld calls a fair catch, takes it at the 41.
Good fair catch and good presence of mind there.
Yeah, he called that fair catch right at the last second. That sometimes you see that they make that mind up that late, they'll muff it, but he handled it very well.
Now we're back to Schneider and Wheeler in the backfield.
Neufeld lines up as a receiver out on the right side.
Ooh, tripped up at the line. He's going to make a gain of about 2.
Yeah, did a nice job, really. A lot of momentum there to be able to get that gain. That was Snyder with that carry. He only gets a couple, but good hard run. 54 coming into the ball game for the Warriors is Brandon Wynn. He replaces Vonderkamp. Stuklik back in at a receiver on this side of the field, bottom of your screen.
Yep, replace Neufeld.
2nd and 8 for the Warriors. That's a handoff again. That's going to go over the right side of the formation. Get inside the 35.
I think that's Wheeler going to pick up about 6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Warriors, it'd be interesting, Jeremiah, to see what we might do here if we, let's say you don't make it here. I mean, logically, you could probably get it on a 4th down. Do you go for it or do you punt?
It's a tough call.
Yeah. From the 34-yard line, 3rd and 3. Handoff. Oh, nice job by Snyder. He's headed for the end zone. He's in the zone. He was stopped dead in his tracks, and the defender kind of stopped as well, at which point Snyder just ran past him.
Yeah, it's kind of like the difference between touch and tackle football.
Exactly. He parted the 2 players there. That's a Case and Son touchdown, by the way. Puts the Warriors up 56-7.
Don't say that with disgust. Say it with pride.
I did not say it with disgust. I said it with awe. Gene Winkler mentions that we might have a running clock. Again, every year it seems like we puzzle over what the league rules are.
Well, I was here last night for the middle school game, and I'll finish that in a minute.
Pitch, that's Snyder. Puts on a move, tries to get to the end zone. Nice defensive play out there to keep him out of the end zone.
I was here for the middle school game last night. Of course, middle school's running 8-man, and we had Cedric, and Cedric just put score after score up on us. They ended up calling the game at the half.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, it was a rough night. So it's kind of fun being out here tonight and seeing this.
The other side of the coin. The Warriors have some students in the Spirit Squad that have the big M flags that they run up and down the track after each score, and they brought oxygen bottles down for the kids because they ran up and down the track so much tonight.
So they're working on their PE credit.
Stay tuned. In just a couple of minutes, we will have the halftime, and that will bring up the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report. Casey will check in. Neufeld the kickoff again. So far, boy, he did well against the wind, but with the wind at his back, he's been really putting them down there inside the 5. with some height underneath them, which is an important thing. Those line drive kicks, sometimes you outkick your coverage, your defenders can't get downfield, but when you put them up in the air like he has, that lets everybody get down there, and that's why the return men sometimes hesitate and wonder if they really want to run with the ball.
That's right, yeah, he does a good job getting underneath it and getting his guys a chance to get there.
That one's going to be taken at the 5, turned back upfield, and on this sideline, goes out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 17.
Yeah, Warriors just flying down the field on those kickoffs.
On the tackle, number 9, Corbin Wheeler, number 50.
I'm not saying that the young man that returned that kick ran out of bounds. I mean, he kind of got pushed out of bounds, but I thought for a minute he was just going to run out, which you see in the pros all the time.
Right.
And in college quite a bit. Don't know I've really seen it much in high school. All right, 1st and 10 from the 18 for Inman, who has to wonder what they got themselves into here tonight. Hand off to the back in the backfield, nothing there.
I think they've proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they got to stick with the pass play.
Blaine Murmas just pancaked the kid out there.
Blaine Murmas, of course, he's 6'4", 228.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big boy.
He's a big kid. 2nd and 11. Fraze gets the ball away, completed pass.
Riley
out of bounds.
there to pull him out.
Hake gets him out of bounds. Nice gain, though. Will make a very makeable 3rd down.
Yeah, it's going to be about 3rd and 3, I think. So.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Maybe 2, yeah.
Ball on the 26-yard line. Gonna roll the other direction. Again, gets some pressure. And that's going to be a 1st down.
Yeah. Giving him just a little bit of space to make that catch, and he's able to wrap it up.
Jackson Eddy is the receiver on that play. He's the running back we mentioned earlier. That does get him another 1st down. They have not had many other than the one drive they put together. Puts the ball out to their own 32. Going to go long down that left sideline and just overthrown.
Yeah, both just out of reach for both of those receivers. Riley and Corbin Wheeler were over there. And Evan Heiderbrecht also, I think.
You guys sure that's not Eddie Jackson?
No, it's Jackson Eddy.
Jackson Eddy.
All right.
Jackson. Eddy. 2nd down, pressure. Oh, there we go.
Up by Evan Heiderbrecht.
The initial pressure came from, I lost him. Who was the first man in there? Help me out, Jeremiah. Oh, that was 67, Anton.
Anton Venduska.
Yeah, he was the initial pressure. Couldn't get him down, and then he was bailed out by Evan Heiderbrecht.
I don't know if you experienced this, but Anton is just one of the most delightful people at Carlson's grocery store. You go in there and he's just happy to help you and serve you, and real nice kid.
5-yard loss on that play. Quarterback going to keep it after the high snap. He's going to get back up near the initial line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down.
I want to go back to Casey questioning how we're announcing players' names, since he admitted during the pregame to having not read the scouting report.
Are you wanting me to defend Casey?
No, I'm just.
How dare you question him?
Saying.
He has earned his spurs. You have no.
I was just saying that sometimes guys have like 2 first names or 2 last names, and Jackson Eddy. Eddie Jackson sounds more normal than Jackson Eddy.
Well, it is halftime.
It's a long, boring game. I'm trying to make small talk.
Well, let's tell you what. Let's do this. Let's have the St. Luke Hospital Quarterly Report, right after I tell you that our second quarter sponsors were Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Heary Real Estate, and the Marion Kiwanis Club. Let's go down to Casey.
All right, well, thank goodness it is a beautiful night because it's 56-7, and this has to be the longest first half of football I can ever remember. I'm going back to the 1994-95 years where the games were just yawners, but man, this Inman team, good example here. The quarterback takes the ball and he slides. No disrespect, but they just don't look like they want to make contact or get hit. The quarterback is doing a nice job of making some completions on his passes, but they have no running game. They have no answer to our running game, and thank God for the running clock in the second half, if in fact we do have a running clock. It's about all I can say, guys. It's 56-7, and so far I don't think we've got anybody that's been hurt.
Yeah. Thank you, Casey. That was the St. Luke Hospital Quarterly Report. Our Warrior sponsors in the first half were the Marion Auto Supply, Gambino's Pizza, Katie Insurance. And one last time, let me talk about those second quarter sponsors, Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Heary Real Estate, and Marion Kiwanis Club. And with that, Gene Winkler may want to show you something about those sponsors. We ask you to watch this.
The Marion High School Boosters are always there to support the students of Marion High in all their activities. Parents, grandparents, patrons of the district, and anyone wishing to support young people striving to excel are welcome to join the Warrior Nation. Buy some Warrior gear and show your colors. Come to a play, a game, a concert, or any other activity. Help boost the Warriors.
Check out Marion County Ace Hardware on Highway 56 north of town for all your home improvement, camping, lawn care, and other hardware needs. Marion Ace Hardware is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. They are committed to being the helpful place by offering knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Helping you is the most important thing they do every day at Marion County Ace Hardware. Carlson's Grocery supports the Marion Warriors, the Center Cougars, and all the people and organizations of the area. Carlson's offers a full-service grocery store with small-town friendliness and big city selection. Newly remodeled, Carlson's Grocery has a great variety of all your favorites. Fresh produce, an outstanding deli, and mouth-watering catering are also available at Carlson's. Carlson's Grocery, everything you need right here at home. Hannaford Abstract and Title is a trusted name serving people in the region since 1871. They provide abstracts of title and title insurance, along with real estate closings for your transactions. With the latest in leading-edge computer technology, Hannaford Abstract will continue to be dedicated to providing the very best of service for years to come and to supporting students of MHS.
Back and ready for the start of the third quarter. The third quarter sponsors are Marion Boosters, Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery, and Hannaford Abstract. We will have a running clock this entire second half. The state rule is 45-point margin at halftime. The league rule is 35.
So for the next 24 minutes, stay glued to your TV.
The timeouts can be called. Good kick by Neufeld, taken right at the goal line. Runner circles around back upfield, drugged down from behind. Was that Neufeld that got him?
Couldn't tell who got him.
Okay, Kyle Horton, number 50. Saw the 0.
5'9" junior, 166.
We'll see who the Warriors have out here on defense now. Looks like
the same guys.
It does. Now. Yes, it does.
Got Venduska out there, and Vondenkamp, and Big Country, McClendon,
Hoffner,
Brewer, Wheeler, Schneider.
Pass over on the far side. It was too high for one receiver, too low for the other. Fell right between them.
Now here comes some subs in. 44 is Noah Kukuk. Number 2 is Blaine Murmis. We've seen him. Number 50.
That was Horton.
Just announced Kyle Horton.
Yep. So Dalrymple's coming out. Venduska's coming out.
Brewer and McClendon. No, not McClendon. Excuse me. Venduska, yeah.
Handoff. Got some yardage to it. That's going to be very close to a first down for Inman.
I think he might have it there.
Austin Newfield just realized that the kicking tee was still on the field and dashed out and got it. And then, of course, as they have been all game, in the spread offense. Quarterback keeps, goes around the left side. Oh, good hit.
Yeah, that was, Wheeler saw that Foreman and got up there in position to make the tackle.
64 is in the ball game for the Warriors. That's Jared Ray. 15 out there is Colton Mercer.
Braden Mercer coming onto the field right now, number 1.
Wheeler comes off. Hake splits out on the receiver out here on this side. Quarterback rolls, gets a pass away. It's complete. He's going to get the first down as he gets the ball out to the 44-yard line.
Hake and Schneider there on the tackle. Going to get a first down for the Teutons.
McClendon is still in the ball game. Murmas is still in the ball game.
Schneider's still in.
Stuklik. Over the middle. That's intercepted. That's Noah Cuckoo.
Noah Cuckoo with an interception.
And a flag
down. Going to be a
nice job. Cuckoo went up and got that. Covered it up with both hands when the man came in to make the tackle. Good job.
illegal hands in the back. Found those batteries, and we could hear the official announce illegal hands in the back, and so it's going to be a penalty after possession. So Marion retains possession, but not before they lose 10 yards.
So that'll take it back to the Marion 46-yard line. So still a great starting field position.
I would say I don't remember the last time we had field position where we started on our side of the 50. So.
Number 81, Caleb Mallory, a sophomore, is in the game as a receiver.
42 is in at quarterback, and that's Hunter Helmer.
Hunter handed off to 33 Brewer. He falls forward for a couple. Rasso Rutenauer just entered the ball game.
I think that's one of our exchange students. He's living with the Lannings.
He's going to split out here on the left side as a receiver. Top side is Braden Mercer. He's a freshman. That's a keeper by Helmer.
And he's going to gain about 4 yards.
Hunter's dad was a lineman on former Warrior teams, but both of his uncles, his dad's brothers, were good running backs. Hunter is in there at a quarterback right now. 3rd and 5.
Will Alvin in the slot there, number 6.
Hunter comes, he spins around, he gets around this side, he's got the first down.
Yeah, good play by Helmer there, good awareness of where he's at on the field and able to sniff out that first down.
Is this a broken play or is this a design play here? I think it almost looks like he just didn't get the handoff made, but he may have just pulled it back out. It was a wise decision if that is what happened.
Yeah, I can't tell if it was broken as much as the line just fell into his lap there.
First down now on the 42 of Inman. Oh, nice job. That's a handoff to number 7, Evan Heidebeck, and he is just shooting across down the field.
He finds about 8 yards there. Bring up 2nd and 2. 81 is Caleb Mallory.
He's split out here on the left
65
side.
is Matthew Christensen snapping the ball to Hunter.
Helmer keeps again. Oh, he busts a couple of tackles.
Good
He's
going.
got the first down. Good run by Hunter Helmer.
Really strong hands to be able to hold on to the ball in the midst of all that chaos. You're gonna see him hand off or fake the handoff to Colton here, pull the ball back in, and then just go.
Good job by the young offensive line, too. You've got a lot of guys down there. Here's the center coming down at the very end of that, protecting his quarterback. And 1st and 10 for the Warriors on the 26 of Inman. Handoff's going to pick up about 3 yards. I didn't see the number of the, here we go. That was Heidebrecht.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. That's, yeah, 7. Evan had Heidebrecht.
On the stop, 11, Colton Blair.
Thought it was kind of quiet up here. I noticed Coach McKee's not up here. He's down on the side.
Oh, yeah. The coaches always went down. We'll give him 3 on that carry, so 2nd and 7. There's a pitch. That's to Heidebrecht.
He's going to bounce off a guy, and
he's got the first down.
I think you're right. Yep, he does. So kind of fun to see, Mike, here. Warriors putting together some plays and putting a drive together here and really banging it around and gaining yards.
This is really invaluable experience for the JV players. It's just great. They're out there in real game situations. The other team has not completely gone to their JV, and I don't blame them. It's really good. Helmer keeps. He's going to get 3.
Good first down play, able to pick up a few yards and see what we come up with here on 2nd down.
Warriors break huddle and once again send Caleb Mallory out to the left.
I think Todd Palak is out there on the right end over there.
There's a pitch play again to Heidebrecht. Heidebrecht's going for the corner of the end zone, and he's in the zone. That's a Kaysen Son JV touchdown.
And he left a trail of Teutons in his wake.
He certainly did, a trail of Teutons. So the Warriors tack on another score here in the 3rd quarter, making it 62-7. And by the way, there are only 3 minutes and 39 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Touchdown stopped the clock, though. Oh, no, here it's going. Okay.
The coaches on the sideline were signaling to run the clock. Helmer pitches.
That is quick.
Goes over the left side. That time it was Colton Brewer. He gets the 2-point conversion. Casey Case, join us. Where are you? Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's talking to girls in the stands. All right, we'll go ahead and as the clock continues to tick down, it's such a dramatic change from that first half where there, and I think Casey or you, I'm not sure, Jeremiah, which one of you said it, but I think you're absolutely right, that it was the volume of touchdowns that made that quarter go so long.
Yeah, every time we had a touchdown, we're stopping the clock and 2-point conversion and getting the kickoff and all that stoppage, stop time.
Football games that tonight go to Stone Barn across the country club.
Looking to see here who's going to kick off. Looks like 88 will be kicking off for the Warriors. That's Diego Reyes Clamaris.
It's another one of our exchange students. I think that might be one of the ones that's living with Merle and Michelle Fleming out.
Okay. He's approaching it as if it's going to be soccer style here. When I say approaching, he's lined up like it's going to be soccer style. And he does. Squib kick, stay in bounds. Oh, goes out of bounds. So Inman will take over at the 35.
And I'm not sure about that, but that's my guess is that's where he's living. That's the family he's with.
They're here tonight.
They are. They were down in the snack bar.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that would be consistent with it. .54 entering the ball game on defense for the Warriors is Brandon Wynn. We've got 55 up on the defensive line, Luke Lange, win 54. 65 is Matthew Christensen, who was the center on offense. 44 out there is Noah Cuckoo. Neufeld at D-back. Oh, in the backfield. Nice job there. That was Kyle Horton with the tackle. 15 is Colton Mercer. He's out a linebacker on the right side. Quarterback keeps.
Gonna have some room.
Number 1 for the Warriors, Brady Mercer. Yeah.
Hanging on for dear life.
And that is, the quarterback is Peyton Fraze. That is the starting quarterback for Inman. Gets the ball into Warrior territory, just inside the 45.
About 12 seconds left in the quarter, so this is going to be the end of the third quarter, and we're going to get our third quarter sponsors in here real quick. Marion Boosters, Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery, and Hannaford Abstract.
Man, they do not get the snap off, so that is the end of the third quarter. The St. Luke Hospital quarterly report, or Casey's quarterly reports, brought to you by St. Luke Hospital. Let's go down to Casey.
Hey guys, end of the third quarter, 64-7 Warriors. We did get our JV guys in there earlier than I thought we might. Looking good though. Hunter Helmer, quarterback. Evan Heidelbeck running the ball hard. Defense is bending a little bit, but we haven't broke. I have a good feeling we're going to have some post-game interviews tonight. We're going to introduce you guys to all of our senior football players and get their take on what looks like a promising year.
So stick around at the end of the game. There will be brilliant, insightful comments by Jeremiah and myself, followed by Casey's hard-hitting interviews of the Marion High School seniors. He will ask them things like, what's your name? What position do you play?
What grade are you in?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Who has the prettiest girlfriend? And we'll take a quick break for these words from our sponsors.
Marion Die and Fixture is a Bradbury Group company that manufactures a wide range of custom dies and fixtures for metal forming applications. The dedicated employees and management place an emphasis on quality. Marion Die and Fixture is a proud supporter of the Marion community.
Donahue Manufacturing continues the tradition of quality trailer manufacturing which began over 50 years ago. Located just outside of Durham, Kansas, Donahue builds a full line of agricultural, industrial, and utility trailers. Continuous product evaluation and quality improvements ensure that you get maximum value for your trailer purchase. Please visit our website at donahuetrailers.com or call us toll-free 1-800-457-7406. When there's work to do, Donahue.
Welcome to Lumberyard in Hillsborough, Kansas, in Marion County. My name is John Heffley, president and owner, and I'd like to welcome you and show you some of the services we have to offer here. We are a full-service lumberyard. We do paint, lumber, hardware. We have free delivery in Marion County. We have a lot of options to show people. We have a showroom for kitchen and bath. We are just a full service, and we'd love to have you come take a look at us and shop Marion County.
As we return for the start of the fourth quarter, Inman's on the Marion, just inside the Marion 45, 1st and 10. Quarterback getting pressure once again. Gets the ball away out of bounds.
That was Kyle Horton giving a lot of pressure to the quarterback. He ran by him once and tracked him down a second time, and the quarterback barely got that off before Kyle got to him.
I'm looking out there, number 23, Michael Bledsoe, starting running back, still on the field. The number 3, the quarterback, is the starter. 24 is Jackson Eddie or Eddie Jackson.
Yeah, 15's a starter.
So this JV is playing the Inman starters here. Oh, nice job. That was a line drive pass, but broken up there by number 56, Todd Palak.
Pelican on the play.
Todd's just following up in a line of great linebackers for the Warriors. 3rd and 10.
You hate to see a player miss a game, but this is a good game for Tyler to be missing and getting that ankle healed up.
Inside handoff, ridden down very quickly.
Going to gain about 2 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Initial contact there on that tackle was Brandon Wynn. 4th and 8. I agree with you, Jeremiah. Quite frankly, if Tyler had been playing, I'm not sure what the score would be right now, but it would be more lopsided than it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Inman going to go for it on 4th down. No reason not to. Gets the ball away deep. The man's open.
Missed it.
And he does not catch it.
Braden Mercer was over there to make sure he didn't catch it, and Warriors are going to take over on downs here.
Yeah, I don't think, even if he catches that, the way he was looking, I'm going to tell you that he doesn't keep on his feet. He would have fallen down, but even if he hadn't, Braden was closing in. Warriors will take over on the 42, as Jeremiah just said, and Hunter in the huddle calling the Hunter Helmer calling the signals. Two backs in the backfield. Okay, they ended up kind of tackling Hunter Helmer and number 44, Noah Cuckoo.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one had the ball at the time they went down.
Kind of an insurance tackle there. You're just going to make sure that you get whoever has the ball.
Not much gain on that play. It'll stay at 2nd and 10. Sending Rosso Rudenauer out, split wide left. Wide right's Braden Mercer.
Will Alvin in the slot.
Pass play from Helmer. That's caught by Mercer. He's going to be, I think he's just short, but that's going to make a makeable 3rd down.
Yeah, he's about a yard short.
That's good to see him come out and put the ball in the air. I'd give Hunter that experience. Get good line coverage there.
Yeah.
Hunter Helmer. That's the first pass he has attempted tonight.
100%.
100%. That's a good quarterback rating.
That is.
And Helmer keeps.
I'm going to say he got it.
He got it.
Yeah.
First down, Warriors.
Faked it to Cuckoo and then kept it, got the 1st down, puts the Warriors at 1st and 10 on the 46, just outside the 46-yard line.
7:40 remaining in the game. Running clock situation.
When we get the next break, Jay, if you would you get a shot of the Marion sidelines, the football team? There's a pitch play. That's the Cuckoo. Cuckoo goes around the right side. He's going to get 3 to 4 yards.
44, ball carrier, Cuckoo.
You'll notice on that sideline, there's players with helmets on and there's players that have their helmets off. One thing that, since I've been here since 1991, Coach Tyrrell, if you're eligible to go back in the game, you have your helmet on. You'll see a lot of kids with their helmets off, which that's the starters. They're clearly done, but there are still a few people that are holding out hope that they might get back in and get a few more snaps. 2nd and 7. Hand off, and That is a big run. It's going to pick up the first down. I'm looking for the number.
I missed it. Is that 15? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
15
15.
is Colton Mercer.
Colton is 6 foot 160. It caught me off guard when I saw the size of the player going down the field. 160 is not heavy, but 6 foot's
Taller
good
than you.
size. Oh, well, everybody's taller than me. Down to the 28-yard line. Good drive put together here by the JV offense.
Got an Inman player slow to get up. Of course, I might be slow to get up also.
Yeah, there was a ball hit the ground, and Inman did recover it, so they'll take over on the 29-yard line, the 28-yard line. Gene Winkler says he's also slow to get up. But he's slow to get up because he's just a little bit lazy. You can threaten to turn off my mic, Gene, but I know you won't do it. 5:22 to go in the ball game. Marion up 64-7. Inman just recovered the fumble and has the ball on their own 28. They have substituted now. They've got a substitute in at quarterback. That's number 4. He is Connor Brown. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, 5'9", 155.
You can tell, Jeremiah, that there may be one player that isn't a sub for Inman now, but a lot of very, very clean white jerseys out there.
That's right. A lot of guys just getting in the game, ready to play also.
2nd and 7. High snap. Brown's going to roll with it this direction. He does a nice. Okay. Did a nice job. Braden Mercer hit him. They did throw the flag. I thought Braden made some contact, but then he let him go. I thought that may have saved him from getting the penalty flag, but no such luck. One of the things, Jeremiah, that you saw on that particular play when the quarterback went around the edge, we had about 3 players take really bad pursuit angles. I think they changed that angle that he doesn't get that far downfield. But that's the kind of stuff. That's why you're in the ball game.
That's right. Those are the kinds of things you learn in live action.
And we'll watch films of it. And that takes them into Warrior territory, down to the Warrior 38. 3:39 to go in the ball game. Quarterback wants to throw, gets the pass away. Pretty nice pass.
Yeah,
just a little high.
Got a strong arm, that's for sure.
It was intended for Jackson Eddy, who was one of their starters.
And that might just be due to a lack of numbers.
Yep,
you know?
absolutely.
I think Eddie Jackson would have caught it.
Connor Brown, that quarterback's a sophomore. He's 5'9", 155. Not a big kid, but that was a well-thrown pass. 2nd and 10. Quarterback keep. He's got a first down. Interesting to me, Jeremiah, the Inman offense is moving the ball better with their JV end than they were with their varsity.
I thought so too.
Their varsity might have just been kind of dispirited and.
Noah Cuckoo on the tackle there and able to wrap up the quarterback, but like you said, picked up a first down on the way there.
First down now on the 26 of the Warriors. Handoff to number 79. You don't see a lot of number 79s getting handoffs.
Might be 74.
Okay, I don't care.
Braden Patterson.
Yeah. Doesn't change anything. You don't see a lot of 74s getting handoffs. 2nd and 2 for Inman. Going to come this direction, quarterback keeper. Drag him down at about the 13-yard line. He'll have a first down.
1:40 left in the game.
Inman has all 3 timeouts left. I would not blame the Inman coach if he chose to use some to try to let his JV score. If he did that when he still had his varsity offense out there, I might be less charitable.
I think Inman coach probably just be glad to get on the bus.
Oh, that's a busted play. Brown doesn't have much to do but run with it.
He's going to
get in the end zone. I'm impressed with this
flag
kid.
on the play down by the goal line there.
Yeah, right at the inside hash mark here. I would, if it's, they're going to talk to the Warriors, so it must be against Inman. But just Connor Brown has come in, and I mean, that was clearly a busted play, but he's got quick feet and kind of hard to tackle.
Yeah, he found the opening and got around the end. So.
Okay, so 10 yards from spot of the foul. We didn't hear what they said first, but I'm assuming it was a holding call.
Holding.
Puts them back at the 14.
This will probably be the last play of the game.
Wants to throw, got a man in the corner of the end zone, and he completes the pass. That's got to give the JV for Inman a little boost. Gene says they don't have time for the extra point, but I'm pretty sure they'll let them try the extra point, Gene.
I think
they don't get to try the extra point.
I think the
clock doesn't run during extra points.
I think that's the ball game.
What? The clock doesn't run during extra points. That's crazy. Well, okay. Final score is 64-13. Let's go to the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report with Casey Case.
My God, Mike, let it go, let it go. 64-13. I'm 1 point off my visitor score. Anyway, clearly an overmatched Inman team. Marion Warriors dominated from the opening kickoff. Not a lot I can say other than we didn't get anybody hurt. I've talked to a few seniors on the sidelines. They're all in good spirits. We're going to have some interviews. You folks are going to see what a solid squad of seniors we have this year. We haven't had a squad of seniors like this for 3 or 4 years. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. They're waiting for me, so I'll go back to you guys real quick, and then I'll come back with the seniors.
For our pregame predictions, both Jeremiah and Casey predicted a 40-point margin of victory for the Warriors. Mine was only 38, so you two tied for the big prize.
Well, thank you. We're excited to take that into the next game. So
the Warriors will be at home again next week against Sedgwick, so make sure and be here then. We will have no Danny cam for the rest of the evening as Danny has put away his cam.
He's done.
Have another one of Preston Snyder's Rice Krispie thingies over there, Danny. They're good. Casey's rounding up the seniors out here. Now, we do have a lot of seniors. They come in all sizes and shapes. And you see Coach Tiroff and Coach Jerry Smith. Jerry has been with Coach Tiroff from the very beginning and is, of course, the defensive coordinator for the Warriors. And he has to be happy with the way the team performed tonight. I would say particularly that JV, because our JV defense totally stopped the Inman varsity offense.
Yes, they did.
And for that matter, our JV offense scored a touchdown
on their varsity defense. So good showing in both varsity and JV tonight. And it's a good win for the Warriors in the second game of the season.
Make sure to watch MCTV channel 20 on Sunday evenings at 7 o'clock and Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. And at other times, Gene will play these games. And you can also go to MCTV20.com and watch any game you want to watch. They're all catalog there, and I think we're ready to go down to Casey. Casey, if you're ready, you can have it.
These guys, and they know what they're supposed to do. They know what they're supposed to say. We're going to start down on the north end with Garrett Hoffner, and he's gonna take it from there. We'll see if he can follow instructions.
I'm Garrett Hoffner. I'm an inside linebacker and a tight end. There was only about one series of defense that went bad for us, and that's when they scored. But otherwise, I think we had a pretty good game. I think Bama's going to win.
I'm Corbin Wheeler. I'm running back and safety. I'd say our offense was pretty good tonight, and we'll need to work on defense. I think that Bama will probably win.
My name is Caleb Hett. I'm an offensive and defensive lineman. Overall, we did awesome tonight, even though, as Corbin said, defense probably isn't quite living up to it, but we're going to get there. Offense was phenomenal, and I think Bama's going to win too.
I'm Riley Hake, cornerback. We still got a long ways to go, and defensively and offensively, and Bama's going to win it all this year.
I'm Jack, running back, safety. I thought we played real hard tonight. Next week's going to be a big challenge against Sedgwick, but we're up for the big challenges. And by the way, Wisconsin's going to win it all, just letting you know.
Zach Stuklik, wide receiver and cornerback. I think we are sound offensively, but I think we got some work to do on the defensive end. And I'm going to have to go with the Ohio State University for winning it all.
My name's Colton Brewer. I play defensive end and running back. Defense could have done a little better tonight, and I think Michigan is going to win all the way.
Jacob Vondenkamp, linebacker and right guard. Our offense was a well-oiled machine tonight. We fired on all cylinders. Defense, we flew the ball. Gang tackled everywhere. I'm going to go with Washington State to win it all.
I'm Austin Neufeld, kicker, wide receiver. I felt like offense, we flew around, made some good plays. Defense, flew around, hit the ball good. And I'm going to have to go with my biased answer and say K-State.
I'm Anton Vendeska, offensive center, defensive end. Our offensive line did very well blocking, had some errors, definitely have some improvements to go for next week. Defensively, could have done a lot better. We're definitely going to put in the work this week. I'm going to have to go with Bama.
All right, Jarrett McClendon, left tackle and defensive nose guard. And I think offense and defense, we got on the freight train to victory tonight. And I'm going to have to go with Bama.
My name is Tyler Palick, offensive left guard and and defensive backer. I think our offense was very well tonight, and our defense can have a little work, but we're going to do big things this year, and I'm going to have to go with Bama.
Thanks, guys. Well, as you can see, the SEC has these guys freaking mesmerized. Ohio State shouldn't have even been in the playoffs last year. What a joke and an embarrassment that was. So we're going to ask those guys the same question next weekend. But back to this game on the field, Warriors dominated without Tyler Palick. If he'd have been in the game offensively or defensively, would have been even more of a score. Any thoughts, guys?
Casey, I don't think you ever told us what the question that you asked them to answer was, but I'm assuming it was who's going to win the national championship in football.
I'm sorry, that was not on the air. Yes, I asked them to tell them who they were, what position they played, what they thought about the game tonight, and who they thought was going to win the national D1 football championship. So,
Casey, I'll be curious if you agree or disagree with that, but over the years, you know, you've lined them up like that, given them the instructions, told them put the mic up close to their mouths many times. I don't think I've ever seen a group do it as well as that group did tonight.
They did a really good job, and I don't even know this kid, but Anton Van Duska probably has the best voice on the team. I mean, he's got a future, I think, somewhere, because he's got a wonderful voice.
If you have a beautiful, deep voice like mine, you can become a big-time broadcaster.
You can, and then you're proving that week after week, Mike. All righty. How about? Okay.
Mike keeps checking his phone to see if ESPN has called, and they haven't.
So you're saying this is too close, and this is too far, and this is just about right. All right. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, what a great group of seniors. There's 12 of them out there, not counting the foreign exchange students. That's the nicest group we've had in a long time, and this group of kids can do some good things. It's going to be a fun year.
Jeremiah, final comments.
I can't say any more than that. It was a fun night. Warriors get a big win. Second game of the season. Come off really, really strong. Looking forward to Cedric next week. And, no injuries, I think, like Casey pointed out, is the most important thing.
Big game tonight, guys. Big win tonight for the Warriors. Final score 64-13. Jay Smith, Danny Maddox did great job on the cameras. Gene Winkler, great job with running the operation. Casey on the sidelines, Jeremiah Lange up here. This is Mike Powers, inviting you to continue to come out and see the Marion Warriors football team all throughout the season. Follow them on the road, and if you can't, then catch them on MCTV Channel 20 or MCTV20.com. This is Mike Powers saying good night, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan. Good night, Kevin. Good night, Red. And good night, Gabby Gabbard, wherever you are.